From one day at a time to 4,383 days and counting. 12 years. 12 years. Welcome to the Results Kill Excuses show. I'm your host, Greg. We getting on here talking about life. Whose life? My life, your life, all life. We're also talking about death. Yes, that's a part of it. And when I think back to the beginning of this 4,383 day journey of what? Sobriety from when I hit rock bottom in 2012. I can only tell you how difficult that first 24 hours was, that first day. And I remember I found myself in AA pretty soon thereafter. Voluntary, right? Voluntary, because I knew I needed to take actions when I hit rock bottom. I knew that it was up to me to take action. I knew that given the circumstances of the fallout in my marriage as a father, I knew that words was not going to be enough. I'm sorry. I'll change. I'll do anything. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say that? I've coached a lot of people over the years, and I know especially men, right? When some shit hits the fan, the men come running. Man, what do I need to do? And especially as men, I've caught myself doing this to women, saying, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. Tell me what you want me to do. And it's like, that's just words, ain't it? Wouldn't it sound so much better if you, whether you're a man or a woman, showed up and said, I'm doing everything. Check out what I'm doing to make myself a better person, to take extreme ownership of what I have done and what it has caused. The results. I'm willing to take extreme ownership, and here's what I'm doing. I'm doing AA, right? I'm getting therapy now. I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna look for a new job because I can't do that one because it was a part of the problem. I'm gonna start taking better care of myself, and I want to start taking better care of you. And it's like when you've hurt somebody and you violated trust in an intimate situation, it takes time. Has anybody ever heard the saying, right? Trust is earned in drops and lost in buckets. And that's a painful reality, right? That one real bad thing, and it's like, psh, you lose all the trust, all your credibility is gone. And in order to gain that back, it's a drip, drip, drip process. But it needs to be consistency. A lot of people have a real negative feeling about change. People don't change. No one ever changes. I don't have that anymore. I used to. And guess what? Lo and behold, I used to attract people with that type of negative mindset. When it's like change is the only constant. We're constantly changing. But are you changing for the better or are you changing for the worse? Most of you are changing for the worse unless you're living life intentional. And that's why I'm putting this message out there. It's to connect with you at a level where you're willing to start doing new things with intention, challenging yourself, committing yourself to growth, personal development, personal improvement, becoming the best version of yourself. And it's like, that sounds good, but I mean, if I just chalk up the evolution and the transformational process that it took me over 12 years of healing, therapy, switching up health, nutrition, all kinds of weekly habits, daily habits, morning routines, evening routines, 7 days a week routine, 365 routine. There's no holidays no more. It's every day's the same. And that's a beautiful thing because I'm not living for the moment. I'm not living for the weekend. I'm not living for a holiday or the summer or a season. I have really just find so much thankfulness, gratitude in everything. Can you allow yourself permission to get there as well? Have you ever been that person complaining about the weather? Complaining it's too hot, complaining it's too cold, complaining it's too windy, complaining it's the what please explain to me what is the origin of that? That's like the wildest expectation that some people have based on what? You cannot control certain things in this life, and that is okay. It's okay that you can't control everything, and you don't have to have a negative attitude when you can't. You can just appreciate it for what it is. There is a design that is at play that is far superior to anything that you're thinking, feeling, wanting, capable of even imagining. The balance of nature. In that first 24 hours, there was a lot that I had control over. I know I had clarity that, oh shit, I'm hurting. Like for the first time in my life, and comment down below if you can relate to this. When was your rock bottom? How were you feeling in that first 24 hours? Like I was hurting. I mean, I'm talking deep hurt. Not even just like it wasn't heartbreak, even. It was like spiritual brokenness. Feeling just like, what have I done with my life? There was such a reality check to be like, really, dude? Really? There's gotta be something better than this. And maybe you're not in as bad of a situation as I was back then, which I thought I was doing really good. I had a great job. I was making really good money, providing. I like to drink after work on the weekends, right? I like to smoke a little weed. I was even growing weed back then. And I watched a lot of sports. I watched a lot of Netflix marathons. Went to the movies a lot, ate a lot of popcorn, ate a lot of pizza, ate a lot of tacos, ate a lot of burgers, ate a lot of steaks, ate a lot of ribs, ate a lot of barbecue, ate a lot of chips, ate a lot of guacamole, ate a lot of ice cream. What am I forgetting? Ate a lot of sweets, pies, cakes, donuts, right? Drinking lots of unhealthy drinks in terms of just sugary, sweet drinks. Watched a lot of porn. That one messes a lot of people up. And it's like, I've had my bouts. I've had my bouts with the pornography. There's been times where I've watched a lot, and there's been times that I've watched none. And then there's times where maybe I watch a little bit just to get me through, but it doesn't satisfy. I doubt I'll ever watch porn again. And it's been a while. And so, but that's who I was before I hit rock bottom. And even after, I started peeling back the layers. Alcohol needed to get thrown out first. I had to break up with alcohol. I was like, dude, I'm so sick and tired. Two DWIs. What is your addiction to alcohol cost you? Comment down below. Do you need your codependency with alcohol to cost you a DWI, some kind of a really crazy situation? Right? Is that what you're needing to change? If it is, my heart goes out to you. Because there's a part of me that believes that by putting out this message, I'm going to help a lot of people avoid having to hit the rock bottom, because I can get so real and honest, and I can help you to see that it doesn't have to come down to that. It really doesn't. There is a better way. There's a peaceful way for you to switch it up. but it takes your willingness, it takes your cooperation, it takes your wanting something better out of life and knowing that whatever it is you're doing is just, it's not your best. It's not your best. And I now know that 12 years into the future. It's still now, but I look back and I'm like, I wasn't this guy. I wasn't as focused, as driven, as powerful, as hungry, as successful, as influential. And I want you to feel that. And I know that if I can do it, man, if I can do it, anybody can do this, especially if you're so caught up in all these things with the eating habits, with the, secret sins, with the alcohol, the drug codependencies. I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. And that's all it ever takes in this life. If one human can do it, we all can do it. It's been proven time and time and time again. You even just think about a great example is Mount Everest, right? It just took one guy getting to the top, and now everybody can get up there. But it took one. And certainly, I'm not the only one that's ever given up alcohol and never had one day of regret. That's one of the biggest takeaways. One of the biggest takeaways from this 12-year journey, and I'm going to put together my top 12 takeaways, but one of the biggest takeaways is I have zero regrets of ever making that decision. Do I wish I could have done it peacefully? Yes. Yes. I wish it could have been different. I wish I didn't have to crash and burn to wake up and finally realize that. But I do believe that God is going to use, right, my pain, my suffering, my misery in that season to help encourage and inspire many, many, many millions of people out there. The masses are coming because what really woke me up, another big takeaway, was that I was codependent on alcohol. I had created a habit. It was a pattern. Everywhere I used to go, it was alcohol needed to be present. But as I look back, alcohol wasn't the issue. Alcohol was not the issue. Do you have an idea of what the issue was? What the real issue was my unhealed childhood trauma, was the emotional feelings I had underneath the surface that I had no idea. We don't know what this stuff is. You're sitting there and you don't know what I'm talking about until you really wake up and start putting some focus into it, have some balls big enough to say, I need to get some help and I'm willing to go to therapy. Right? There's such a fucking stupid ass stigma about that, man. It's so stupid. Going to therapy, so terrible. I love seeing that Tom Brady's out there talking about therapy. I'm sure he's seen it. Tom Brady's out there talking about, oh yeah, I've worked with therapists for 25 years. We all need someone in our corner that's not a family member or even a close friend to really help us do the heavy lifting, emotionally speaking. No one other than a professional is equipped to be able to help you sort through and process your inner child trauma. And there's a lot of incredible things I've done along the 12 years. Because again, I'm not even saying therapy is not the only thing you do. So you need to listen to that. Therapy is not the only thing that I did that brought me relief, that brought me results. but it was an important consistency because it really held me accountable throughout the 12 years to say, to stay humble, to stay teachable, right? To stay teachable, so that I'm not acting like somehow I've got it all figured out because I'm having a good stretch, a good week, a good month, and maybe even a good year. It kept me accountable so that I could really reflect, think about the things that I was experiencing real time. Year 1, year 2, year 5, which it's like when I crashed and burned, I was married. I got thrown in jail for domestic. When I got released, I got handed criminal charges, right, for assault against a household member, and I got handed a restraining order, and I also got handed um, a divorce. So I had family court, criminal court, and everything in between. I had to literally hire a legal team. It wiped me out financially. I had to go all in to hire a legal team. That was the type of shit I'd put myself through. If you can relate to what I'm talking about, comment down below. This is a real authentic conversation, right? I want people to learn from my circumstances because I'm no longer there right now. And you can judge me, you can look me up, you can do whatever you need to do to feel better about yourself, right? But I have done everything humanly possible within my control to change the human being I was. And that was the catalyst, was knowing that, fuck, man, I am so much better than this. I am not this man. I will never be this man ever again, right? It's time to heal. It's time to figure out some shit. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. I want results. I want to trust myself. Have you ever felt that where you literally can't trust yourself? That's how I felt for many, many, many years. Even throughout the healing process, I still felt it. It's like I really haven't had the real major emotional breakthroughs of like self-mastery, self-control, especially over the emotions. That's really come on board in the last 4 years. And there is an evolution. It's a process. And I'm grateful for the process. And I would love to be able to condense your process and the reason why I've put out the results kill excuses first 5 self-discovery courses on the app is so that you can start to understand who you are at a deeper level. Because I do believe that my experiences are packed into these lessons, and they're fun, but they're challenging. And I do believe that having professional therapy along with you is only going to really quantify it, man. Make the healing like happen so much faster because you go and reflect and invest the time in doing one of the courses, doing a lesson, and then you take that to your therapist and then really have another deep dive on what's like the real depth of what's going on there. Man, so many people think, oh no, well, I can't admit that. You know what everybody's going to think about me? People don't think about you. That's the problem. People don't think about you. If you walk into a place and you think that everyone gives a shit about you, man, you have no idea. They don't. Everyone that is around you right now is focused on themselves. We're all focused on ourselves and we all think that everyone else is thinking about us and they're not. You need to stop caring about what other people are thinking. That's one of the other lessons. That's a huge takeaway from this 12-year journey. 4,383 days and counting. Another huge takeaway has absolutely been no longer giving a fuck about what anybody thinks. I'm just doing me, man. No matter where I'm going, I'm dancing, I'm singing, I'm playing, I'm having fun. I don't care. I don't care what people think. I remember when I first started doing videos, man, I would get so nervous if someone walked by, I'd stop it and I'm like, I don't care, right? I don't care at all. I do not care. I just want to be me and I just want to make an impact in this world. I believe I'm called to do that. And I believe you're called to do that too. And our greatest purpose on this planet is to become the best version of us. It's that simple, but it's not easy. It is that simple that your greatest purpose is to become the best version of you, to be the best version of you, to be it now. When you look at the perfect weekend, is it literally sitting back and watching other people perform? I know that we got Olympics on right now. I'm not going to have time to watch that. I'm going to be out there playing in the water, hiking up the mountains, having fun outdoors. I don't have time to watch other people doing performance. I really don't. It don't excite me no more. Right? Because in order for me to watch someone else do that, I'm missing out on me being able to do that. That doesn't make sense unless it's for me to learn. If it's learning, then I'll watch it. If I am literally wanting to be a gymnast at a high level or any other sport at a high level and I'm watching to learn, yeah, that makes sense. But if I'm just being a spectator, that tells me that my priorities are a little off or my life is totally perfect. But if your life ain't totally perfect, meaning that you have everything you've ever dreamed of, that you are proud of yourself, you love yourself, you see yourself naked in the mirror, you think, man, look at this sexy person. Look at you. I'm so proud of you. You're so proud of yourself. Not only externally, a lot of you get triggered because you think, oh, I seen a guy today. Maybe he watches this. Who knows? But I didn't even want to. I can't even respond to this stuff. I just see it. But y'all have seen this post. Oh, you don't find strong men in the gym. You find them on their knees praying to God. Get out of here with that bullshit. Get out of here. It's not either or. See, that's the thing. Literally, by posting that shit, you're telling yourself subconsciously, you're telling yourself that you don't need a workout and that praying to God is enough. And that's total bullshit. It's not your best. God knows it's not your best. You know it's not your best. Because if you're not constantly on your knees praying, then I fucking guarantee your ass you're sitting on your ass watching other people instead of putting in the work. So it's not either or. It sounds good. Strong men aren't found in the gym. They're found on their knees praying to God Almighty. Why not? Why does it have to be either or? The best version of yourself is composed of being the best spiritual man or woman, the best mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, and physically healthy person. That is the composition of who you are: spirit, mental, emotional, physical health. But y'all get twisted on, oh man, I don't want to put in that work. I don't got to. I'm a man of God. I just get on my knees. Man, that's another thing I've learned. That's another thing I've learned. I used to be all man of God, but I was an embarrassment at the pool. I was an embarrassment in the bedroom with my wife at the time. Like, no doubt about it, man. Big fat belly, man tits, right? Literally no endurance, right? Lasted a minute, man. No, 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 man. It's complete. God wants his people to be complete. mentally tough, emotionally tough, spiritually untouchable, and physically powerful. Samson likes, man. Jesus likes. Paul. These guys weren't slackers. They weren't sitting there watching other people do their thing. Right? These were workers. They were workers. They were sacrificial. They knew what it was to work, not just be, you don't find strong men in the gym. Fuck yeah, you do. Yes, you do. It is pleasing to God when you are a powerful, physically powerful person, because guess what? That is, right, the thing that you walk into. You cannot buy that. You cannot buy this. You cannot buy it. You cannot pretend to have it. You cannot fake it. You cannot shut people down and say, I don't care what you think. I'm strong. I'm healthy. I'm fit. I'm powerful. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. You either are or you're not. And when you walk in a room, people know it. They stop and they look and they say, wow. And then if you got the word of God on you, oh man, someone's doing it right. Someone is doing it right. Someone has some discipline, right? It's a lot of bullshit, man. It's always scapegoating. We're always looking for the easy way out. That's the problem. And I've said here, and I've had to learn that over this 12 years too, right? I've wanted the easy route so many times. There was times that I was working out even more than I do now, but I didn't want to give up the burgers, the tacos, the pizza, the bullshit, the ice cream, the chips. I didn't want to give that up. And the nutritionist tried to fight with me. 80-20 rule. It's 80% nutrition, only 20% fitness. See, most of y'all would lose weight if you just had some discipline and realized that you don't need 5,000 calories a day. You need probably like 1,200 because you're just kind of sitting around all day. You're sitting around as you drive. You don't really perform ever. You don't ever really break a sweat. You're not working hard. What do you need all the calories for? It's just a reservoir. And that's why you get fat. That's why you creating all kinds of health problems. But God would much rather have you doing that, right? It's not either or. You guys need to realize it is not either or. It's all the above. You need to be the total, complete version of you. The best version of you is not just godly. It is physically healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, and spiritually healthy. There's no hypocrisy in that. There's no double standard. There's no bullshit. It is the purest version of who you are. That is total devotion, that your vessel is a sacrament to God. And I leave you with that. I love getting fired up, and I love getting back on here. I'm going to keep getting back on here. I'm devoted to giving this message, to attracting people that are ready to commit themselves to living the best life, and having a conversation of what that means each and every day, to talk about the struggles, talk about the things that really set us back, hold us back, keep us back. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. We need to get past that. We need each other. We need encouragement. I'm ready to clap for you. I'm ready to cheer for you. I'm ready to challenge you, but you got to want it. And hopefully it does not come on the back end of a collapse, of a rock bottom moment. But if it does, I'm here for you for that too. I can help you and guide you and turn the light on when I didn't have a light back then. I was searching in the dark for many, many, many years. And I'm just grateful that I've made it this far. And I'm not done. I'm just getting started. And that's what's so beautiful. I love you guys. Thank you for signing on here. Thank you for hearing my voice. May this message bring you strength to make a decision, to do something new, do something for you, and do something kind for somebody else. I love you guys. You know the drill. Results kill excuses. Transform your sick and tired into, you know it, you guessed it, optimal and unstoppable. Greg's out.